Remarkable history was made today. For the first time in the Arab world, a presidential election is being held, and no one knows ahead of time who's going to win. Millions went to the polls today in Egypt to experience their first real election, which will have big implications for the Middle East and U.S. policy. Elizabeth Palmer is in Cairo tonight.
Determined and patient, people waited for hours for their turn to cast a ballot for one of 11 candidates.
After so many years of dictatorship and rigged elections, Egyptians are basically thrilled with one simple but novel idea. This time, they've got a real choice.
Freedom. The day is freedom.
It was in February 2011, after weeks of demonstrations in Cairo's Tahrir Square, that President Hosni Mubarak was forced to step down. Wael Ghonim, a young Google executive, was one of that revolution's most powerful leaders. Then he urged these crowds to opt out of Egypt's corrupt old political system. Today, though, Ghonim says he has happily opted back in.
I have a personal belief that at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who is coming to office.
Really?
Yeah.
Even one of
if they come,
Mr. Mubarak's old cronies?
If they come through fair elections, I'm not worried because they're going to be held accountable.
Ghonim became a celebrity when, during the revolution, he broke down, weeping for the protesters killed by Mubarak's men. This spring, he used that celebrity to support the moderate Islamist candidate, Dr. Abdel Fattah, who believes Egyptian law should be based on Sharia, the teachings of the Quran.
If there are laws that has anything to do with Sharia, it will only be the ones that ensure that the country fights poverty, fights corruption, fights ignorance.
So it would be some sort of an updated, modernized Sharia law that would recognize equality?
Yeah, I think so.
No one knows what the new democratic Egypt will look like exactly. It's a work in progress, being shaped, said Ghonim, by all the ordinary people who have shown such extraordinary courage.
I'll be very proud of all the brave Egyptians who took to the streets, who broke the fear, who resisted, who insisted on making sure that it's over, dictatorship is over.
Elizabeth Palmer is joining us in Cairo. Liz, of course, the Army's been running things this last year and a half. I wonder, what's the way forward here for the election and the role of the Army?
Well, the Supreme Council of the Armed Forces has promised to give up power on the 1st of July. Sort of. For example, they've already floated the idea that a new civilian government won't have oversight over the military budget. So clearly there are some big power struggles ahead.
A lot to sort out. Elizabeth, thanks very much.